Shah. Yahweh Shemel Shah. Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Psalm 50. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel. And I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings, to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, and thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful leg out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers, the listeners, who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And I just want to get straight into it, dealing with, we have to prepare to take a hard stance, for righteousness. Okay, and what you have, all right, as we can see amongst those that call themselves leaders, okay, and teachers amongst Israel, is they're pretty much, giving Jake, all right, giving our people a gray area. And we know one thing about Jake. Jake loves to have a fallback excuse to not have to take accountability. Okay, Jake loves to play ignorant. All right, but at the end of the day, the Lord has put His Spirit on a particular remnant. okay, beginning with, his men to teach the pure truth, and to tell our people exactly what it is. And see, one thing about it, you have Jake that's on the fence, between, the gospel and being comfortable in Babylon. All right. And you have these Israelite leaders that's giving Jake an out. They're giving Jake an outlet, to have a gray area, to move without faith, to not, be ready to take a hard stance against this society. The same men that told you it was okay to take the juice. All right. Same men that told you that they took the juice. Okay. Now, they're giving you this gray area about the MOTB, and the latest thing, dealing with Captain Tazariak, okay, when his response to what the MOTB is, all right, it was a 7-minute response, okay, that didn't answer the question. All it did was create a gray area, okay, for Jake, all right, to have an outlet to do what they want to do anyway. But it's all part of the story. These things must happen, and more of our people are going to be deceived and taken, okay, then, all right, delivered. So these things must be, all right, and we're here just to push sound doctrine, all right, when we see error. All right, now you get to Isaiah 9:16, said, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err." Okay, and see, we're finna see the effects of bad leadership. You see, when it's the off season, you really don't know, okay, how bad a coach is until the first game, and then you see how ill prepared, all right, the team is, okay, when the game starts. Okay, see, right now it's all speculation. It's all, well, I think and what I feel, and why would the Most High want us to? You can say all these things in the off season, but when the game start, you're gonna have a plan of action. You're gonna have execution, and see, preparation is going to be exposed. See, right now, Jake is not suffering terribly under this bad leadership, because these guys can say anything, do anything, and you pretty much go on about your day, unscathed. Okay. But when it's time to really start making decisions in the clutch, all right, we're going to see how bad leadership has prepared masses of Israelites for a slaughter, man. We're really going to see the effects of bad leadership in the times to come. Okay, and we're going to see the fruits of good leadership as well. Okay, beginning with our apostles and elders, man. Sound doctrine, serious-minded men. Okay, and it says, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Okay, and a lot of Jakes is going to be destroyed under these banners of ISUPK, IUIC. A lot of Jakes, all right, going to be destroyed following their doctrine, man, following their way, because they're not being prepared to take a hard stance against this place, man. Okay, that's why they're world-friendly Israelites. Okay, this is Isaiah 9:17 said, "Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless or widows." And see, the Lord, okay, is finna open up in wrath. You see, and our decision making in the clutch is gonna be crucial, man. You see, the Lord finna deal, and the Lord doesn't have any joy, all right, in these guys that they call themselves Israelite with the fringes, with the armbands, uniform, these big, huge cookouts and extravagant, grandiose Passover. The Lord don't have no joy in that, and you're not teaching sound doctrine, man. You're not preparing his people to take a hard stance against this place, man. Because we look through the scriptures, our people, our forefathers are always taking a hard stance, man. It says, "Neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows, for everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer." Okay, Jake is on the scene. Jake want to be interviewed. Jake want to push his image. Okay, Jake got that podcast spirit on him. Okay, Jake is a hypocrite, man. Here it is. They preach, that they're for Jake, ISUPK, black people, black people, black people. We for black people. We gotta get black people together. We gotta get the Crips and Bloods together. But then they tell you to trust the juice. Here it is. They push that they're just so adamant about rejuvenating black people. But then they tell Jake it's okay to go take the juice, go trust the devil. And these men get to do these things, and then no one says anything. Okay? These guys get to do and say anything. All right? All these guys, man, Sakari, IUIC, they can do and say, they can come with any breakdown and just pull some shit out their ass. Okay, they can just pull a breakdown out their ass, record it, and and fade the black, and there's nothing said, man. Okay, other than the men of GMS. But see, the Lord, all right, has it to where Jake is not going to have a cloak for their sin. Jake can sit there because Jake wants to be ignorant, so they won't have to take accountability. Jake wants to be in the ignorant role, man. Okay, so they can justify their bad, their horrible decision making. Nah, man. The Lord has the spirit on particular men to tell you exactly what it is, man. It says, "In every mouth speaketh folly. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still." Yeah, the Lord's anger is kindled, okay? But he still has his hand stretched out. Repentance is still open, okay? So the Lord has, you see, the back and forth between doctrines because repentance is still open, all right? And you Israelites, man, you're gonna have to choose. You're gonna be faced with a decision. You're gonna have to make a choice and be accountable, man. Okay, you're gonna have to make a choice and be accountable. You see, that's why Yahushua said what he said. Was in St. John 15? Okay, accountability is gonna be at an all-time high in the near future, man. Okay, this is St. John 15:22 said, "If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin." Okay, you see, Jake has no cloak for their sin. Jake has no cloak for their poor decision making, man. Especially the Israelites. See, once we proclaim ourselves to be Israelites, we take on a responsibility, man. There's a standard that we come back to. Okay, there's expectations that we come back to. Okay, and Jake wants to be an Israelite and have the perks of being an Israelite without taking the responsibility that comes with it, man. Without having to take the sacrifice that's going to come with it. Okay, Jake, you got the guy, what's his name? Apostle Curtis. Come on, man. Apostle Curtis. Okay, Apostle Curtis, they don't even go together, man. Okay, and he's on the scene talking about no Jacob trouble. Nah, man, we're gonna have to sacrifice. We're gonna have to go through the straight gate, man. Okay, Jake want all the perks with no responsibility, man. Okay, Jake want all the perks, but no responsibility, man. Let's get that. I believe. It's in Jeremiah. Let's see. Yep. This is, and it says it's in twice. Jeremiah 6:14. It says, "They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly." They let you know that you're Israelites, they let you know, about the kingdom. Okay, they give you, a few things, but they heal the hurt slightly because they're not telling you the full truth. So they give you a little piece of the doctrine, then they feel it, they they add their own feelings, man. Okay, saying peace, peace when there is no peace. Like, nah, man, we gotta be in the trenches for righteousness, man. We gotta get ready to take a hard stance. Okay. Jake wants to think that okay, are just going to be saying, Shalom on the comment board, then you're going to be delivered. Nah, man. It's going to come a time where we're going to be tested, man. The Lord going to see, all right, do we really trust him with our life, man? Okay? We have to be proven. We have to be tried. All right? Let's go here. Even Yahushua, okay, and he tells you that, look, matter of fact, you go to back to St. John 15, start at 20. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. We got to go through these things, man. Here it is, we in the wickedest society, the most wicked society that ever exists, and we're taking the stance in righteousness. You think, okay, we're not going to be uncomfortable? Okay? When this man tries to establish his new world order under Satan, you think we're not going to be uncomfortable? Yes, man. Okay? But guess what? We have a hope. That's the thing about having the hope. Okay? Just as the Lord has expectations, all right, from us, we have an expectation of what he's going to do in the time of trouble. The trouble has to come. We have to be in the midst of it to be saved out of it. Okay? If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. Okay? So the elect, all right, are always going to keep the sayings, all right, the true doctrine, man. Okay? And have an understanding of what's to be. You see? Let's go here. Let's go here. It's Luke, see 21. So it's Yahushua. All right. Let's go here. Let's just go Luke 21:16. It says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. This is, come on, man. He's speaking to the disciples. He's speaking to his followers, man. He's speaking to the heads of the churches, man. Okay? Letting them know the times to come. You see, and they're speaking of these times. They went through things then. Okay? Well, we got to go through those things now. We got to be made complete. Just as Yahushua was made perfect through suffering, we got to be made perfect through suffering, man. Okay? And we suffer now, so we don't have to suffer as the world suffers. Okay? But we're going to be uncomfortable, man. Okay? We're going to be outcasts, man. Verse 17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Okay? For the sake of Yahushua, that name, that authority, that doctrine, that belief, we're going to be hated. Okay? We haven't seen Esau really push propaganda against Yahushua and the doctrine yet, man. He does little sneak things, you know. He does these little counterattacks in the spirit. Make little movies and videos and little laws and, but ultimately he's going to really come hard body, all right, at the faith, man. Okay? That's what he's built to do. It says, but there shall not a hair on your head perish, and your patience possess you your souls, man. Okay? We're going to have patience in the time of trouble. Okay? That's why the scriptures gear us up for these things, man. All right? The scriptures gear us up, all right, to go through these things, man. Okay, to suffer these things patiently. All right, let's go here. This is Jeremiah 30:6. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness, man. Okay? This is the worst time ever. Here it is. We come to the worst time ever, and Jake. just pops up out of nowhere. All right, Apostle Curtis. Okay, come on, man. All right, every Curtis I know drive buses, man. Where did this guy come from? You see? So it says, verse 7 says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And that's the remnant. And it says we're going to be saved out of it. Okay? So we're going to be saved from out of it. We're going to have to be in it. You see? And at the end of the day, we're going to have to take a hard stance, man. And you, Jake, try to wiggle out of accountability and making a sacrifice, you're going to be through. Okay? You're going to be out of there, man. You see? You know, this ain't the time to not have an understanding in what's going on. Okay? Let's go here. That's the whole point of the ministry. That's why edification to be built up and understanding. Okay? It's going to be within us to know how to move in these times, man. Let's get Ephesians 4:11 says he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers. Okay? And this is the body. All these men that have these spiritual gifts make up the body of Yahushua, man. And what is their purpose? For the perfecting of the saints, to make the believers complete, okay, in understanding. It ain't going to be no gray areas of what we should do and how we should move. Nah, it's going to be understood, man. Okay, it's going to be time to take a stance. Okay? What if I got 3 kids? What if my wife got on dialysis? Look, man, you got to take a stance, man. You got to take a stance in righteousness, man. Either you believe he is or you don't. Either you believe Yahushua has victory over this beast system or you don't, man. You know? Gray areas is going to lead to a lot of Israelites, all right, suffering horrible deaths, man. Especially if you know you are Israelites, because now you have a higher expectation because you know the will. Okay? It said for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying, okay, of the body of Hamashiach, till we all come in the unity of faith, man, till we have the same faith, man. Okay? Because to make these decisions that we're finna have to make is going to take crazy faith, man. It's going to take crazy belief, man, in the clutch. Okay? And it's a lot of Israelites that's ill prepared, man. And they think that the ministry is about a cookout, man. Okay? That's what they think the ministry is, man. A cookout and burning incense, man. Okay? It says, and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahushua. Okay, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahushua, man. So as men were becoming more and more like Yahushua, man. And Yahushua was concerned with his kingdom to come. You know, that was his mindset, man. He didn't want any part of this Rome. Okay. Reading verse 14 said, Ephesians 4:14, you know, at 1:44. All right, being fully persuaded. It says that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Okay? Whereby they lie in wait to deceive, man. And this is what Jake is doing. A lot of these Jakes are bought and paid for, man. Okay? All right, and they're leading the masses to the slaughter, and they know how to appease to Jake is to appease to Jake flesh, man. And they know Jake don't want no accountability, so Jake gravitates to these doctrines that don't require accountability, man. Okay, these men told you that they serve a nigga God, man. These niggas get to say, Jake get to say any goddamn thing, man. Jake told you that they serve a nigga God. Okay. And that's music to a nigga ears, man. You see? Jake all over the place, and especially when the word is cut off, and Jake has to make decisions based on what they've learned and what they've become under their leadership. We're going to see. Okay, we're going to see, man. All right, but we have to prepare to take a hard stance, man, because we gotta get in a position we know we finna have to risk everything, man. We finna lose everything, because it ain't a risk if it's like the brother Kaya, priest Kaya down there in New Orleans. He said if it's righteous, it's not a risk. Okay, so we're not risking. We're gonna lose. All right, our life to gain. Okay, our life in Yahweh Shai. We're prepared to lose our life in this world to gain our life in Yahweh Shai. Okay, in St. John 14:30, it says, "Hereafter I will not talk much. I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh and have nothing in me." Okay. The prince of this world, which is Esau, Edom at this time, he has nothing in Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai took a hard stance. Our forefathers, they all took hard stances against this society, man. Okay? They didn't pity pat and beat around the bush, man. Okay? Let's go here. I see a brother posted a few. Yep. Just a brother beyond Yashala. Ezekiel 13:2 says, "Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel, and prophesy and say, all right, thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord." Yeah. And that's why you hear Jake, always talking about the community and, black people. Jake talking out of their hearts, man. Jake coming that Tupac spirit, man. To keep your head up spirit, like, nah, man. The Lord finna get busy in the earth, man. The Most High pissed, man. This is an urgent message, man. This doctrine should be taught with urgency, man, to get right, man. Okay? This doctrine should be completely against everything in this society, man. Okay? We got to stop. You see, Jake still pushing people, to look at Esau as if he's to be trusted, man. Okay? Saying, yeah, I wouldn't take it, but and then let you know if he's not telling you what it is, but then he tell you he wouldn't take it. So these guys are out for self. Okay? But the simple believe every word, man, and it's meant for masses of Israelites to look to these men, okay, as their leaders and be destroyed. Okay? Verse 3 says, "Thus said the Lord, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing." Okay? "O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert, man, which are slick, sly." Okay? 7-minute response to a question what is the MOTB? The C hip. That's easy. Okay, that's a 5-second response. Okay, the C hip. That's the MOTB. Okay, 5-second response. And when these men get to talking and going into stats, like what the hell do stats of the prison percentage? What does that have to do with any goddamn thing, man? Okay, and Jake is just sitting there. Okay, Jake is sitting there looking like, damn, that's right. Damn, I ain't thinking like that. You see? And being deceived, man, and being set up for failure, man. And you just watch, man, when the game starts, we're going to see, all right, just how the masses of Israel have been set up for failure, man. And this precept goes into it, says, "You have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord." Man, Jake not ready to take a hard stance in righteousness, man. Jake not ready to be uncomfortable for Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Jake ain't being built up for that, man. Jake is his mindset is the next cookout, the next Passover. Okay, and I say with ISUPK, there's no telling what them niggas doing over there, man. Okay, Yeah, if they wild out on camera, Jake said, if you ain't smoking weed, what you doing with your life, man? Okay, so you know, ain't no telling what's going on with them guys, man. Okay, it's Jake, man, the nigga guy. So you know, it's probably dice games at the Passover. You know, the Madden tournament. You know, come on, man. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I ain't saying, I ain't saying that they are. Ain't making a statement that they are. But I wouldn't be surprised. Like if that footage came out, it would just confirm. Like, yeah, that's about right. You know, verse 6 it says they have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, uh, the Lord have not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Okay, and Jake wants that smooth doctrine, man. Jake wants, okay, to be not held accountable, man. Jake looking for any opportunity to run away from accountability, man. And if you give Jake a small out, okay, he gonna make the most of it, man. Jake is gonna make the most of not having accountability, man. Okay, now let's go here. This is Brother Beyond Yasha. Sirach 24:24 says, faint not to be strong in the Lord, all right, that he may confirm you. Cleave unto him, for the Lord Almighty is power alone, and beside him there is no other Savior, man. And this is the energy we should be pushing, all right, to the church, man. Okay, is to know that, look, man, we're going to have to take a stance. Okay, we're going to be against all odds. We're going to go through difficulties, but guess what? The Lord has promised he's going to come through. Matter of fact, let's go from there. Let's get a few of the apocrypha. All right, the Lord has promised that he's going to come through, and see, we got we got all our chips on there, man. But Jake is trying to give you an out. Okay, Jake is creating the atmosphere to where you don't have to show faith. Nah, man. Okay, we're going to be tested, man. Let's get that in Romans real quick. All right, but we have our forefathers. See all these accounts. Okay, Daniel took a hard stance. Those three Hebrew boys, all right, Azariah, Hananiah, Mishael, okay, they took a hard stance, all right, in righteousness, man. Joseph took a stance in righteousness. This is Romans 15:4 said, for whatsoever thing were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort and scriptures might have hope. Okay, and the Bible is full of accounts why people took a hard stance for righteousness, man. Our forefathers, man, even some of our foremothers, man, they took a hard stance in righteousness, man. Those 7 Hebrew brothers, okay, in the book of Maccabees, their mother, okay, they got a legacy because they took a hard stance. Eleazar, the one that didn't even want to act like he was eating pork, he took a hard stance for righteousness, man. Okay, and they left it for a legacy for us to walk into, man. Okay, well, Jake is setting you up, okay, with that cookout spirit, and to take a simple route, to take an easy way out, man. Jake don't, and this thing, like Apostle Curtis saying, ain't no, Jacob's trouble. Jake don't want to get scrappy for the kingdom, man. Okay, Jake want all the perks with no sacrifice. Nah, man, we at war, man. Okay, the true the cookout spirit come after the war one. Which we cook. We get around each other. We do things. Well, that's not on the forefront, man. That's not the foundation. Okay, is a cookout for black people, man. Okay, nah, man. Okay, we are at war. All right, this is the book of Matter of fact, I started at 1 and just read. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Okay? So the scriptures let us know that we have to prepare our soul for temptation, man, for trials. Set thy heart aright. Get your mind right, man, and constantly endure. It's a fight, man. It's going to be a dog fight for salvation, man. And make no haste in the time of trouble. And see, the time of Jacob's trouble that's to come, a lot of Israelites are going to make haste, man, to get back to those comforts, man, to get back to that convenience that Esau is going to promise. Okay? And see, when the pressure is on and you have that gray area that the C hip is not the MOTB, what you think Jake going to do, man? Okay? What you think Jake is going to do? All right? So let's keep going. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Okay? We supposed to be pushing our people to trust. And see, we got to go through that fire. To become that gold, we have to go through that fire, man. Jake is telling you that there ain't no fire. Nah, man. It's going to be afflictions, man. It's going to be, I would say, uncomforts, man. You have to go in that straight gate. It's going to be some hard decisions to make, man. Okay? But we got to make a stance in righteousness. And the Lord going to see, do we want salvation above anything and anyone? The Lord's going to see. He's going to test us, man. Do we want salvation above anything and anyone? Isaac was willing to what? I mean, Abraham was willing to do what? Sacrifice Isaac, man. That was an option. Okay? We're gonna have to stand on this, man. Okay? We're gonna have to really stand on this in a way, okay, that's gonna be without a doubt. Okay, they believe, he believed, oh, she believed. Okay? Because when you believe he is, you understand that ain't no such thing as loss. Okay? That's gonna push us, all right, to make these decisions, man. That's gonna provoke us to make these hard decisions, because really ain't no loss. Everything around us, okay, we're gonna get it back in righteousness, man. Even people, because that's what these are, the Lord's spirits, man. You might look at it as your brother, your cousin, your son, your daughter, your mother. These are the Lord's spirits, man. He owned those spirits, man. Nothing belongs to us, man. Everything is given to us from on high, man. So whatever he takes, or what if he, it's gonna be some separations. It's gonna be some hard decision making, man. Okay, we're not gonna be able, okay, to go through this thing unscathed, man. It's gonna be some loss. Okay. Read on and said, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Because right now it's time to push obedience. It's time to push order. Okay? Trust, man. It says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercies. Okay? We're going to have to wait on the mercy of the Lord. Esau is going to present that sea hip as a form of his mercy, as a form of his salvation. Okay? And go not aside, lest ye fall. And if you take that, you have went aside. All right? And it's going to be to your fall. Okay? Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Okay? And our vision beyond this society, because we have a vision that's beyond this society. We're painting a picture that's beyond this society. That's why we're excited about the kingdom to come, because we can see it. Okay? We can see, our people being all righteous, man, under Yahushua. We can see the earth, okay, yielding forth its strength, man. We can see the earth being transformed back to paradise, man. We can see a kingdom where Esau has no authority, man. We have a vision beyond this place, man. Okay? It says, look at the generations of old, all right, and see Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Okay? This is what we should be pushing, man. So that all we finna have is our trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. That's it. Okay? It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. In time of affliction, man, the affliction has to happen. Okay, we have to be proven before we get on those chariots, man. And we're constantly being proven every day. Okay, but there's a time of a great trial, a great temptation that we have to overcome. Okay, it says, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. And see, that gray area, you setting up Jake to go 2 ways, man, to be double-minded. Okay, well, them gray areas, no one, if you're in the gray area, you're not prepared to take a hard stance, man. Okay, you prepared to be caught between 2 decisions, man. You know, you're gonna wrestle between the decision of, okay, if it is or if it ain't. But you can never say you haven't heard what it was, man. You know, you Israelites don't have that excuse, man. You know, and that's what the Lord has set particular men up to do, to erase, all right, the excuse of, I didn't know. Nah, you knew. Okay, brothers have went. That's why brothers, the spirit be on brothers to go into these things extensively, man. You know, it said, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore he shall not be defended. Okay, and Jake is setting up a lot of Israelites to be faint-hearted in these times, man. Okay, because they push this goofy ass spirit, man. That nigga spirit, that nigga energy, man. That shit is gonna be irrelevant in the times to come. Okay, it said, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Okay, and this is what we finna see. The Lord gonna visit this place with plagues, man, with judgment, with trouble, you know, with hard times. All right, before he comes, all right, before he sends Yahushua. Okay, the Lord's gonna visit this place with hard times. You know, and we're going to see how Jake reacts in the trenches, man. You see? So that's pretty much the point. You know, I just wanted to touch on that, you know, since that's been the topic. All right. Jake tripping, man. Okay. But they have their role in the movie, you know, and then we have our role. So, yeah, we're going to see how it's going to play out in the time to come. You know, we're going to see, you know, how the Lord, you know, does this thing, man. All right. But a lot of Israelites are not, you know, being prepared to take a hard stance against this society, take a hard stance for righteousness, man. Put everything on the line, man. Even us, you know, even ourselves on the line, man. You know, so Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters was edified once again. Give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful Shalom.